Welcome to the Focused 5 Minutes. Welcome to the Fresh 5. Welcome to the Fitness Minute. The name's really bugging me. All right, here we go.
Just give it a name then.
Hello, and thanks for watching. I'm joined here with Fresh Focus Fitness's founder and head coach, David Wick. How you doing?
How's it going, Sean? I'm doing good.
Hey, I'm glad to hear. We are starting a mini series where we're going to dive into Fresh Focus Fitness, the benefits that it has, as well as we'll get to meet and know the head coach, Dave, yourself, and ask you a couple questions. You ready for that?
Ready to go, are you?
I am. Now, Dave, for all those new to Fresh Focus Fitness, can you give us a little elevator pitch? What is the program? What is Fresh Focus Fitness in your own eyes?
Yeah, so I'll do my best here. I'm not a classic salesman, so I don't have the elevator pitch exactly down, but basically what it is, if you've ever had a personal trainer or, you kind of understand the idea of personal training, you go to a gym like once, twice, maybe 3 times a week at the most, meet with your trainer for an hour, they give you a workout, then they send you on your way. So I do that as well. But what I've also, I notice is if you're only with the trainer for 3 hours out of the week, you have 140 hours or whatever it is on your own time. Okay, so you need help the rest of that time. So what we have done with Fresh Focus Fitness is integrating it online. So through using an app called Trainerize, we deliver all of your workouts just like a personal trainer would, which
Nice.
has videos, your sets, your reps, your rest, explanations of everything. That's all delivered to you in the app, so you can work out whenever you want, which it can be at a gym, it can be at your house, outside at a park, whatever you want to do. Let's say you have 3 strength training workouts. Maybe you'll have 2 cardiovascular workouts where, I'll program some running for you. Maybe you have to run, a tempo run for 20 minutes or whatever your goals are. That's going to kind of change the outcome there. And then from there, we also meet once a week, once every 2 weeks, to kind of depending on where you're at, talk about your goals, make sure you're reaching your progress. We're tracking your body stats, so like your body fat, your body weight, your measurements, if you want to do that. You have some progress pics on there that you can keep track of. So we're kind of getting everything in once. And whereas at a gym, I have all of that information usually. You don't get to see it. You don't really get to see like your progress tracking, especially like with weights and running time and even your weight and things like that. So everything is delivered to you, which is really, I found that to be pretty helpful. People can keep track of everything all on one little platform.
Oh, that's awesome to hear for sure. Now, that Trainerize app that you had mentioned, is that a free app?
Yep. So as long as you're signed up with us, that's on our end. We provide that for you.
Great. I know you're mentioning, with a coach, it's almost like holding your hand along the journey, for better health. How essential is the coach in the process of someone on a health journey?
So I think it kind of depends on where you are at. I don't like to sit here and say like it's all about the coach, because just like I said, the coach is only with you for so much time out of the day, even if if you have the app. So the coach is important in helping you stay motivated, helping you stay on track, answering your questions, giving you the exercises, of course, and providing feedback on that. But it is ultimately up to you, the client, to make those changes happen. So I think that's where a lot of people go wrong when they're looking for a trainer or a coach, is like they kind of think that everything is going to be done for them, which it is in a way, but physically and mentally, you still have to do the work. So, and that's part of where a coach comes into play, is to help you to get to do that work. So I don't want to take credit for all of my clients' accomplishments by saying, the coach is super important, but because it is up to the client to do that work, but we just kind of help push you to do that work a little bit.
And getting to work with you, the head coach of Fresh Focus Fitness, just learning more about yourself. What inspired you to become a personal trainer, Dave?
So really, I never really wanted to be a personal trainer, to be honest. I started, so, Sean, that I grew up playing sports, and through sports, I began working out, in high school, and that kind of carried over. When sports stopped, I just kept on working out in school. when I was in college, I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to pursue as a career, and that kind of took over being I wanted to be a strength and conditioning coach at some point. I kind of found that. So strength and conditioning coach in terms of working with athletes, maybe I wanted to work with like a college team or professional team.
Yep.
So in doing that, through all the studying and research and learning, it was kind of natural while I was in school to get a job as a personal trainer because I wasn't qualified enough yet to become a strength coach at a school. So I became a personal trainer first. And through doing that, I kind of learned to love that. And I kind of learned to like that a little bit more than strength coach even, which, I still have a passion for working with athletes as well. But I really learned that like helping people become healthy is a little more fulfilling and rewarding than helping people to become a better athlete.
Awesome.
So I think that's what led me towards this health coaching and personal training.
And I know you said that, you went to school. What's some of the experience you have in the industry?
So I got my undergraduate degree in health sciences with a concentration in exercise science. So that's
Impressive.
like a lot of public health mixed with exercise science.
Okay.
So that also gave me
that
also gave me some more, I don't know if the right word, but that kind of led me towards the path of working with general public rather than athletes as well. Because I kind of been learning about all these diseases and, obesity epidemic that we have and diabetes and all that stuff. So after undergraduate, I was still wanting to pursue strength conditioning at that point. So I went and got my master's degree in exercise physiology with the focus was on strength and conditioning. And that was at University of Miami in Florida. And while I was there,
the U.
Yep, the U. It's all about the U, baby. So while I was there, I worked with the men's and women's basketball team as a strength conditioning graduate assistant. Also women's soccer, women's tennis, women's swimming. So I worked with all those Division I athletes, super high level. Some of these guys are in the NBA now.
Yeah, lots of experience. That's awesome.
Yep. So that was the experience in terms of that was cool. And then, of course, like I said, I've been a personal trainer now for a little over 5 years, and that's been a mix of general public one-on-one and athletes from elementary school up to Division I athletes.
Awesome. So if I'm a client or a prospective client, Coach Dave, how would you describe your training philosophy?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's what I'm here for.
I don't know if I necessarily would say I have a specific philosophy that I require everybody to follow. I like to, everything changes. Everybody's different. Everybody needs, some people might need me to be a little bit more strict on them. They might need me to play like the role of your traditional coach in the sense of like where I'm going to be getting on you a lot. Some people need it to be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more fun, maybe.
So is that a conversation you would have with a prospective client, just kind of finding that base, that balance of what they're looking for, kind of as part of your job, trying to find out what their needs are and what it takes to push them?
Yeah, that's definitely up to me. I do try to, I try to dig into those to people so I can get that early on, but it does take some time. That usually comes from building a rapport and kind of learning and kind of playing a little bit. Some people I might push them a little bit too much, and then you back off and go from there. But other than that, like in terms of philosophy, my main thing is like getting people healthy. I don't want people to just be like, I just want to have six pack, because that's really not improving you that much. You can be unhealthy and have a six pack. That's definitely possible. So I want to like give people tools. I want them to learn how to like eat properly. I don't want them to have to be following like a fad diet for the rest of their lives, cycling on and off of these things. I want them to just eat healthy every day. I want exercise to become something they like enjoy and they want to do every day. They look forward to it. And even like sometimes my clients don't do a workout I give them and they do something instead that they wanted to do, which I'm completely okay with as long as it's not all the time. But I like to see that, I like, all right, awesome. They're working out still. They enjoy this. So we might talk about it a little bit and maybe I can give them some tips, but that's what I like. I like to see people improve their health. That's my philosophy. I want everybody to improve their health.
Awesome. Now, you talk about you've worked with a vast variety of different types of clients. Do you have a preference, or what kind of clients do you work with?
Like I said, I've worked with a pretty wide variety, and I really enjoy all of them. I would say my one preference is that they work hard.
The go-getters.
Yeah, and not even it's not like, they have to be performing very well. It's that they're trying. You definitely get some people that don't care. They don't care about their goals anymore, which is fine. Everybody goes through their ebbs and flows and ups and downs, but just keep on pushing through and vocalize to me, talk to me. That's another important thing too, that I like to work with people that are like going to be vocal. They're going to tell me if they like something, if they don't like something. That way, then I can change it. There has to be a conversation too.
So in your role as coach, you're helping your clients reach their goals. So, in this mini series here, in this first episode, getting to know you, what are some of your goals, Dave? What are some of your personal and professional goals in the next few years?
Yeah, so I think about this a lot. I'm a big goals person. So, and I think everybody's goals constantly changing, whether you achieve them or not. You might just decide that you want to do something different, and I think that's okay. Something that I've been recently really thinking about and wanting to achieve, and this part of what Fresh Focus Fitness is about, especially being online, I can help a lot more people. So I want to help 1 million people reach their goals, which is my
Awesome.
goal, is to help other people
That's
reach
an
their
awesome
goals.
goal.
Yeah, I think so too. It's kind of hard to track, but I think I'll kind of have a ballpark at least.
Opening it up here, just getting to know you a little bit better, Dave. What is your favorite book? Are you a reader?
Recently I've been getting more into reading. So typically, you and I went to the same high school or same middle school, whatever. I don't know. You're a couple years younger than me, but you guys did AR, right?
Oh yeah.
So that killed my desire to read when I was a kid. I used to love reading, and then being forced to read made me stop. But
I can see that. I think it's still affected me right now. So
yeah, it's probably another conversation for another day. But so I've been reading a little bit more. I actually brought the book over since you told me you were asking me this, but
awesome.
This has been my favorite book as of late. Can you see it okay? Is it blurry?
Yeah, Awaken the Giant Within.
Yeah, so it's Tony Robbins' book. I'm sure a lot of people are like, "Oh, Tony Robbins, he's like motivational speaker," which he is, but he's also it's really good information in there. It's really like kind of lets you focus and learn how to control your emotions and use your emotions to your advantage, and a little bit of like positivity and things, but it's all about goals. At least that's what I get out of it. It is like focusing on your goals and having goals to help people. And that's kind of how I came up with that helping 1 million people as well.
Awesome.
Through that book. I also read a ton of exercise books too, of course.
That's good. Keep learning every day.
Yep, I try to.
So besides reading, do you have a favorite TV show or a movie?
Yeah, so I would have to say my favorite TV show of all time is probably Breaking Bad. I love that show.
Classic. Yep.
Movie, I don't really have a favorite movie. I do love watching stand-up comedy though.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say
you got a favorite comedian?
There's a few. I would say like Tom Segura. I really like him. I love Joe Rogan, not necessarily just because of comedy, but because of his podcast.
Yep.
That's the first two coming to mind. There's
okay.
Bill Burr, Joey Diaz. Those guys are all hilarious. Since I live close to LA, I get to go and see them a lot too when we're not in a pandemic.
Yeah. So besides working out and watching Joe Rogan and all of that, what are some of your other hobbies?
Well, before the quarantine, playing basketball. I did that. I played in a league, just with a bunch of old guys. So that was fun. I love playing basketball. I like going hiking.
Awesome.
Doing anything outdoors. Of course, like a lot of my hobbies are like exercise related, so it's kind of repetitive to people probably, but I just like doing anything active.
Yeah, healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, play a little video games too.
You got to mix it up. So that's all the time we have for this first episode. We're looking forward to bringing more of these to you guys. Several episodes diving into some of the benefits of Fresh Focus Fitness, kind of a who, what, where, why to that. So definitely appreciate you guys watching. Again, we look forward to bringing more of these to you.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Sean, for asking the questions.
Not a problem.